Hey guys, welcome to my channel Big Glen. My name's Glenn and I like to share with you what I learn in the world of cryptocurrency as I go through it. So I did a video, like a little live video, when I actually received my Coinbase debit card, if you like, or credit card, whatever you want to call it. And I said I was going to do a review on it, like I thought I'd give it a try for a week or two and see how I got on. And it hasn't happened. You may think, well, that's just because Glenn's not producing as much content as he used to. That's not the case. A little while after I actually received my card, there was I had a few issues with Coinbase. And I think I shared them on this channel a little while back. I was depositing money via a bank transfer. So say I was transferring, I don't know, £2,000 to Coinbase, put your sort of funds in this holding position, and it would take I swear, for me it took about 2 weeks. So any money you put on Coinbase, you got to hold on to it for at least 2 weeks. So yeah, that was a really frustrating, and it also was expensive. The actual process of transferring money to Coinbase and converting it into Bitcoin was actually quite quick. It's quite smooth. The trouble is, if you ever want to do it the other way around, that was really slow and difficult. Anyway, that took like a couple of weeks to go through for me to actually figure out what was going on. And I actually shared in my video that I was really unhappy with the way that Coinbase is. It's leading me to feel like I don't know if I can trust them now, because if I send them money, will I ever receive it back? You know, that sort of thing. Anyway, I thought maybe that was just me that had that opinion, but apparently not. So Coinbase sent out this article about 7-8 days ago now. Today's the 7th, I believe. It says here, on the 31st of July, we temporarily removed fast payment schemes, support for domestic GBP deposits and withdrawals. Now, in some countries like the USA and stuff like that, you may not even have this option. So you may think, well, we can't do that anyway. But in recognition of our customers' loyalty through this period, we were reducing our trading fees on Coinbase for the impacted UK customers between August 1st and August 15th. So that's now. We're halfway through that. Please see our UK trading fees, blah, 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 blah. And it's got here about different offers that they can still do. The trouble is that debit money onto this card, I need to buy cryptocurrency using either a credit card, euros, or GBP Swift. And they all, for me anyway, in the position that I'm in, they all incur some sort of fees along the way to get there, just so that you can buy some Bitcoin and then obviously try and use this card. So for me, it just didn't make sense. I was like, what's the point? What is the point? So this led me down a path of, right, okay, I'm not going to review this card because so far my experience with it has been non-existent, so it'd be unfair for me to criticize or give any sort of opinions on the Coinbase card as it stands of today. So that's my position on Coinbase, the debit card where you can buy crypto and spend the crypto at shops. I was going to do like this big thing about how much it costs to buy something using the card, how much crypto it takes off you, what the exchange rate was at that exact moment, to see what the difference is, what sort of fees there were, and also obviously then trying to convert that money back from crypto back into UK. But obviously that's been taken away from me now, so really all I can do is just show you that you can actually buy stuff using cryptocurrency. So this led me down a path of looking at other schemes. I joined up with a bank called Sterling Bank. Apparently they do things slightly different. They give you this nice little metal card, but essentially they're just a UK bank. I don't think they offer any sort of crypto sort of usability at all. So I've come away from that one. So yeah, really just sort of, I'm going out there and I am trying. It's not like I'm just sitting around doing nothing, although that the video content isn't as regular as I know that some of you would like, because you love seeing my pretty little face. I am trying, I'm learning, and I'm actually going out there and trying to do these things, rather than just sort of taking a seat back. So Where am I at today? So I joined up with a site called Nexo based off the recommendation of one of the guys in the Telegram group chat, which you can be a part of. If you're watching this and you're thinking, what's he going on about? The link to it is in the description down below. You click that link and it'll take you through to my Telegram group chat. And there's about 150 of us and we all just chat about things crypto. No shilling, no scams, no referral links. It's just all crypto love and banter in that community. So one of the guys in there, PJ, he recommended that I should check out Nexo because they offer crypto backed loans. Now at the time, I wasn't too interested in that either. So the way that Nexo seems to work is that it's you deposit, say you deposit one Bitcoin, and currently today Bitcoin's worth $12,000. They would give you a credit line or available credit to withdraw of about $6,000, so 50%. Why is this good? You might think, why, Glenn, why would I put in $12,000 to get $6,000 back? Well, the idea is that say for someone in my position, you don't have much available funds to go out and spend on cryptocurrency. You could, with this platform, put in, say, $2,000 worth of Bitcoin, and then you could instantly receive 1,000 of that back. So therefore, you've only actually spent $1,000. If the price of Bitcoin rapidly shoots up, you still have $2,000 worth of Bitcoin when you bought it, at the time. So that's going to go up in price. Now, what happens is the amount of available credit that you have available to you goes in line with the price of Bitcoin going up. So if Bitcoin went to $100,000, you would instantly, for that $2,000 that you put in, you would be able to, in theory, borrow sort of $50,000 against that Bitcoin at then. So you could withdraw on those funds later on. The other good side of it is that you can... if the price of it goes down, they either recommend for you to keep that amount of Bitcoin for what you paid for it to top up with using more Bitcoin to cover if the price of Bitcoin dramatically drops. Or you can just, from my understanding, I've read the white paper this morning, I've read their terms and conditions. If you don't top it up and the amount, the Bitcoin drops way below what you've actually borrowed. So say you've borrowed that $1,000 and all of a sudden Bitcoin's now not worth $1,000, it's worth like $800. They will sell that Bitcoin and cover what it is you owe at that time. That's down to you at that point in time if you want to keep that amount of Bitcoin or not. But this seems like it's a no-lose situation either way, because you're gaining on the upside, and worst case scenario, you're going to lose that Bitcoin if it goes down. But you already had 50% of it as a cash lump sum at the beginning through the loan. So to me, I need to sit down and maybe do some a spreadsheet about this or something, but because that seems to be the best way my brain takes stuff in, looking at spreadsheets. I was thinking surely then it would be best a good strategy to put Bitcoin into this platform, wait for it to go to an all-time high, then borrow 50% against it. So say Bitcoin went to 20,000 or 30,000 tomorrow, you've bought it at 12, say you bought one whole Bitcoin. You wait for it to go to 30,000, you then borrow the 50%, so you can borrow, say it went to 30,000, you could borrow 15,000, so you've got your money back and a bit more. The price of Bitcoin tanks, and it loses sort of 70-80%, which we're used to when it gets to all-time highs. Then you can, you've got that flexibility then of, do I pay the loan back and keep all that cryptocurrency, or do I just let them get rid of it for me? But I've already had my money at the beginning. To me, it seems like a better option to borrow the money at all-time high, sit back and wait for that 70 to 80% drop, and then use that $15,000 that you got back because it hit the all-time high, and just buy Bitcoin separately on another exchange using that money when it's at the lower price. Then I don't know. What do you guys think? That's just something I've been thinking of. Another thing about this platform, so the reason I'm bringing it up today, because you may think, well, Glenn, why are you talking about Nexo now? We were talking about this ages ago on the Telegram group chat. So I actually got an email from Nexo, I think it was either yesterday or today, and I was sort of reading through it, and now they're actually doing what they said they would do and start offering a card, which obviously brings me back to the start of my conversation about these type of cards. They're saying they're going to do one which offers crypto backed usage, so you can just go out to the shops and buy stuff using Bitcoin. You can freeze your card, you can create virtual card safety online, you can change your PIN number online. So they're just general features which I've actually found with this Sterling Bank one. They're pretty good actually. Rather than going to some crappy ATM and having to do it, you can just do it through the app on your phone. No hidden fees, no account maintenance fees, no inactivity fees, no surcharges at point of sale, and no foreign exchanges fees. Instant cashback on all Now this is what excited me actually. It says enjoy cashback of up to 5% whenever paying on your Nexo card. The cashback, now a lot of credit cards and debit cards offer things like this. Sometimes they're only 1%, 3%, whatever. They're offering 5%. But what tends to happen is when you have cashback stuff, it builds up. So like my Lloyd's account that I have, it builds up. So if you go and spend £100 or dollars, whatever, and you get say 3% back, you've earned £3 or dollars. You would get that towards the end of the month, where it will come through as one lump sum at some point. They're saying that their cashback is instantly deposited into your Nexo wallet, increasing your available credit line balance. So you're going to get that 5% instantly. Whether that happens or not, I don't know, but obviously I'll give it a try. State-of-the-art security, Face ID, PIN number, pretty standard actually, through the app. So that's quite interesting to me. So I was thinking, okay, I'll wait for this card to come out, and what I'll do is I'll compare this card to the features that are currently available at that point in time to this Coinbase card. I'm trying to hide my full name. For some reason, they literally print your whole name on there, like middle names and everything. Yeah, so I thought I'd compare the cards. What do you guys think? Is that something you're interested in seeing? I'd love to hear your feedback. Is there any sort of pros or cons that you can think of off the top of your head about these cards? Going back to the Nexo platform, I was going to do a separate video, but while I'm rambling on, so the debit card thing is one side of it. You deposit, like I say, $1,000 or $2,000 worth of Bitcoin, and then you can actually borrow on this, say, credit card, this Nexo credit card. You will be able to go to shops and spend $1,000 or pounds, which is awesome. But something else that caught my eye today, I was checking out the platform and everything like that. The way that they make their money is they charge 8% APR. So 8% APR on, say, let's put in here, earn interest. Let's say we put in $2,000. Says here that will cost you a day 42 cents. So if you put in $2,000, obviously you'd only be borrowing 1,000, sorry. So I'll probably change that. That'd be 21 cent. That's how much they charge you for the facility of using that cryptocurrency. Now, where does all that money go? It goes back to Nexo. But what was interesting is that they actually offer it back to people that put either US dollars or fiat money into the system. So it's almost like a peer-to-peer lending platform. I don't know if you guys have ever looked into peer-to-peer lending, but I deposit £1,000 worth of my own money into some platform. They do credit checks and they administer any loans. Somebody else takes out that loan and I get the interest minus the middle party's fee. This is what they're offering here, I believe. So if they charge 8% interest if you borrow money against Bitcoin, but if you put in any fiat money into the system, so US dollars, GBP, yen, and any stable coins actually, so any stable cryptocurrency coins, you earn 8% interest daily, and that's compounding as well. So I need to obviously try this out myself. I checked out one guy's review of Nexo, and it's compounding. So if you put in $1,000, the next day you would earn interest on the 1,021 cent. So then obviously the amount of interest you would earn is paid a bit more. Also, you can earn that interest on cryptocurrencies that are held within your wallet, from what I understand. So you get paid it in Bitcoin. So that's really good. One of the things about BitConnect, I remember they were offering, I don't know, silly figures like 2% daily, 6%. I can't remember what the figures were, but everyone wondered, well, how are they making that money? And they said they had a trading bot which was earning them more than that in interest. And as soon as Bitcoin went down in price, obviously they cashed out, which many, including myself, predicted, and that's why I never did any affiliate links with BitConnect, and I never shielded it or anything like that. I never did anything like that. Now, I wondered if Nexo did something similar. I messaged them today saying, do you offer any sort of affiliate program, any referral bonus or anything like that? And they said, no, we don't. So that's a really good sign, actually, because that shows to me they're not earning money secretly and trying to market themselves. And also, we've just been through a big crash. So if this platform was if it lives and dies on the price of Bitcoin going up or down, it would have died, or it'd nearly be dead now, because obviously Bitcoin went down to $3,500 from 20,000, and they were about during that time. So it says to me that they can withstand the sudden drops in price of Bitcoin, and they can also profit from the upside. So they're paying out 8% interest. So people are paying 8% on borrowing against Bitcoin, and they're paying that back to people that put money into the system. So therefore, they haven't got to put no money in themselves. It's just people lending to each other. They're the middleman, and they're taking a cut in there somewhere, holding on to all of this vast sums of money. That's my take of it at the moment. They're saying that they'll be able to earn interest on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP soon. Don't know why XRP's in there. But yeah, it got me wondering, would it not be best to hold on to, put Bitcoin in here, borrow money against it, earn the money in it, put cryptocurrency in there, earn interest daily on it like a stable coin, use that to then buy Bitcoin, then borrow money against it. So there's quite a few options there, but that's what I'm looking into at the moment. So anyway, I thought I would just give you guys a quick glance into what I'm thinking and how I'm going to proceed. Eventually, I want to get to a point where I can actually transfer all the money that I've got coming in each month into cryptocurrency, and then I can pay my bills, do my usual living. If I can earn 5% on spending, that's awesome, because I don't get nothing near that at the moment. And then obviously anything that I've got left, then that goes into Bitcoin. So therefore, I'm accumulating Bitcoin on a monthly scale without even realizing it. That's what I would like to achieve. And also, obviously, they give you the option, if you want to, say if I did have £1,000 in here, and I thought, oh God, I've got, my car's just broke down, I need 500 quid like that. I could borrow the 500 quid, and if Bitcoin goes on a massive run, I'm not sitting there thinking, oh no, I cashed out my Bitcoin, I've got no Bitcoin at all. You can actually still think, oh yes, my Bitcoin's worth $5,000 now, or £5,000, and I've only got to pay £1,000 back to get all that money back. It's very similar to, I don't know if you're watching this from America, you may have these, but it's like a pawn shop, I think you call it. In the UK, we have shops like cash converters, and we have pawn shops actually. But you go into cash converters, and say if I was to say, right, okay, here's my TV. They say, right, your TV's worth 700 quid. We'll give you 350 for it. You say, yeah, okay. And then you go in there and you pay them back weekly or monthly. And then eventually, once you've paid the 350 plus normally a bit extra, so you might have to pay them back, say £400, you get your TV back, or whatever, your computer, your jewelry. So this seems like that. It's basically an online version of, like, a digital version of a pawn shop. That's the best way I can think of it. When I first mentioned Nexo in the Telegram group chat, people were like, what's the point? I don't get it. Why would you do that? It sounds rubbish, you know, blah, blah, blah. But actually, the more and more I'm reading into it, the more I'm looking into it, as I'm comparing it to what else is available out there. And I look at who they're backed by. So they've, with a lot of these cryptocurrency ICOs and stuff like that, they're out of their ICO stage. They ended it in 2018, I think April time. So they've gone through the big high and the big low of cryptocurrency. They're still here. That's a plus. They're still offering the service, and they're still progressing with what they promised the ICO people that invested at the early stage. You know, they said, we're going to have an app, we're going to have a credit card facility, a lending platform, you know, and all this, you're going to earn interest, and they're doing it. You can add funds to them, earn interest off it daily, and then you can withdraw it at any point. I remember with BitConnect, you put in Bitcoin, they gave you US dollars in return, and you could only withdraw it like at the end of the day or week, or it was some time frame. These guys, you can withdraw it whenever you want. So that's awesome news. So it seems all good at the moment. They've got good reviews. They're actually backed by BitGo, which is like one of the leading cryptocurrency backers. You can see here, all your payments are secure with BitGo, all crypto assets. BitGo is insured by Lloyd's. Obviously, it's the main financial institution that offer sort of insurance products, loans. Goldman Sachs, we've all heard of them. CCSS level 3 and SOC2 compliant. I don't know what that means. That's above my head. Regulatory compliance. Nexo is using Confido to adhere to the strictest KYC and AML global compliance standards. Now, a bit of, if you want to join up to this platform and you want to, send them Bitcoin and then actually borrow off them, I believe you have to do the KYC process. And then if you want to then earn interest on cryptocurrencies held there, and also if you want to be able to profit from the Nexo token, you can earn 30% interest on their token. You also get lower fees as well if you hold on to their token. You have to be advanced KYC, so that's the passport, the proof of address, and bank account and stuff like that. So if you're not into the whole dishing out your details, then obviously I wouldn't recommend going that far, but I believe you can still upload cryptocurrency to their platform. But if you want to start borrowing and lending and earning interest, then you have to fill out the KYC. If we go over to CoinMarketCap, so I did a little bit of research to where Nexo are and where they've been. Currently they are worth 9 cents, or just over 9.5 cents US dollar terms, which is quite low at the moment because let's get rid of all these. Market cap. Yeah, we'll keep the Bitcoin price. You can see here the Bitcoin price, the yellow one there, it's really dipped below the US dollar price. So you'd actually be better off to buying Nexo. I'm sure it's probably the only way you can do it, as we have researched in the past. Buying Bitcoin and actually exchanging it against this Nexo. At one point, I believe this is probably when they did their completed their ICO. It was up to 39 cents, but obviously it's dropped right down. Same with all the other cryptocurrencies, and I'm not recommending everyone go out there and buy the Nexo token, only if you start using the platform on a regular basis. If you can see a save in there, if you was to use their coin over debiting US dollar, USD and stuff like that, it might be worth buying some of these coins, tokens, and sending them over to the platform. They're ranked 98, so they are on the top 100. They're on the front page, but they're literally right at the bottom of that list. But this is what interests me, because as I've said in the past, I literally don't believe in 99% of these cryptocurrencies that are on here. I don't think they're doing what they said they would do, and I think even if they are really trying, I think they're finding that actually it's them, they're trying to solve a problem that doesn't exist. Nexo, I think, is slightly unique in the fact that obviously it's trying to, it's not trying to bring blockchain to other industries. So if you look at, say, Wax and other coins, there's loads of them. That's just the first one that appeared in front of me. But they're trying to bring blockchain to other sectors. Like Wax is trying to bring cryptocurrency and blockchain into video games and video game competitions, I believe. Whereas Nexo, they are just trying to solve a problem of, I've got Bitcoin, but I really need money because my boiler's broke, my washing machine's failed, I want to go on holiday, I need to go and buy the latest PS5, whatever it is that ticks your boxes. They're solving an issue because if you have 10 grand worth of Bitcoin, but you need 5 grand quickly, that's the solution there. So they are actually offering something that probably a lot of these cryptocurrencies are not offering. So I wonder why they're not higher up the list. But I don't know. What do you guys think? They're actually performing all right today, actually, compared to some of the others. The others are all down. Bitcoin, I think, is having another good day. It's just over 12 grand. Anyway, that's it from me, guys. Please comment down below what you think of either the Coinbase card, if you've used it, Nexo. I've joined up to on their waiting list for the cards. As soon as the card's available, I will apply for it. And once I've got it in my hands, I will deposit some money to the website, try and borrow some money against it with the other half, see if I earn interest off it. If the price of Bitcoin goes up loads, I'll tell you what I think. But obviously that may take a couple of weeks. So I'll let you know as soon as all that comes about and actually comes into it. Let me know what you think down below, and also join the Telegram group chat. Come and join the chat, even if you just want to say hello and talk about something else other than the Nexo card or Coinbase. Just jump in and ask any questions about cryptocurrency. I'm in there and I generally comment on there every day, sometimes several times a day. And I know some of the other guys in there, they're always chatting in there. So feel free to join that Telegram group chat, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Don't forget to click subscribe and also give us a thumbs up before you leave this video. Thanks, guys. See you later. Bye.